Welcome to the Empowered Podcast with Deanna Merlino, an all-encompassing personal development show where I will be sharing with you just how to transform yourself into the best version of you, both inside and out. From wellness, entrepreneurship, spirituality, and manifestation, I'll be showing you exactly how to live your best life. I will be keeping it as real and raw as it gets. So get ready to peel back the layers and really transform yourself under the surface. Because nothing is better than finding your purpose and living this life as your true, authentic self. Hello, Empowered fam. I hope that you are all doing amazing. I'm sending you all of my love as always. So last week's episode, I shared a funny story and then I got real lit up and I was talking about just being your authentic self and how when you do that, you're going to find your tribe and you are going to live your best life. So if you have not listened to that episode, please go back and listen to it. It was so good. I believe the ramped up part started around 7 minutes. So if you're not interested in a silly story and you just want to get to the meat and potatoes, that's about where it was. Okay. So this week, there have been so many topics on my mind that I want to record podcast episodes about, and I'm going to. I feel like this message trumps all. I feel like this one was more important for me to share right now. The timing, it's just the messages that I'm getting, how heavily this is impacting me. And I feel as a content creator, as a coach, as a spiritual teacher, as a human being, I feel like I am responsible to share this message. So we'll start at the beginning. This has been a really hard week for me. This has been a really heavy week for me as an empath, as someone who literally, one of my gifts, if you haven't heard about it in a past episode, I had a very, very talented medium and dear friend and coach, healer, all the things, identify me as what she calls the negative pole, which is someone who takes on the pain in order to transmute it for others. And so when I'm in my client sessions, when I'm at the retreats, when I am holding space for someone, I literally take it on, the pain. Whether it's physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, I feel it all. It's part of what makes me really good at what I do. And it's also difficult. I didn't ask for this per se. So it's a lot. And with everything going on in the world, I consciously wanted to stay offline, stay away from it all. I'm like, this is too much for me. It's really going to break me down. And instead, my soul said otherwise. My intuition told me that I had to tap in, that I had to be present to it, that I had to do my part in transmuting it. And so I'm not even sure what day it was, but it was right after all of the bombings and the attacks and everything that's going on. And when I say it hit me like a train, I mean, I'm still feeling it. You guys can probably hear it in my voice. If you did listen to the last episode, you know that I was ramped up. I am someone who you can really feel my energy and my emotions when I'm speaking. You can hear it in my voice that it's just that I'm just drained, that I'm just tired. It was a lot. It was just, truly looking at what's going on, truly looking at the state of our world and sitting in it and doing what I can to transmute as much of the pain and the heaviness and the sorrow and the grief and the anger and the loss and the torture and the just all of it. It breaks me. Truly, it breaks me. But I know that if that's what I have to do, that's what I will do. And so obviously, when you're looking at it, it's changed nothing. But from an energetic standpoint, I know that I'm doing what I need to do to transmute the darkness and the pain. Everyone's job is different. Everyone's calling is different. Everyone's gift is different. And it's that way for a purpose, because when you put us all together, we can truly change the world. And so even when I want to run and hide, I know that I can't. I know that that's not my highest calling. And so that's really what this message today is about, because I was feeling so lost, so crippled, so just broken, so low, so just all of the heavy things, right? All of the things that I do not like to stay in. That is not my dominant frequency. That is not my typical energy. I tend to avoid those things. But I know, like when it comes to that kind of stuff, when it comes to looking at what's going on in the world, I have to be very mindful of how I go about it, how I lend my energy to it, because normally what you focus on persists, what you focus on, like where you think about, your energy goes, right? What you pay attention to, your energy flows to that. But in this scenario is very much a message of what you resist persists. Like these things are happening because we need to look at the evil that is going on it had to get so bad. It has to get so bad that we can't ignore it anymore. The same way with like the child sex trafficking, it's becoming so apparent because no one collectively, we can no longer look a blind eye to the wrongs that are being done in humanity. That's how things will change when we all band together and step up. And so I knew I had to look at all of this. And after doing so, everything else just felt like nothing else mattered. Like, how can I get online and share my offerings? How can I get online and post anything? How can I be in this high bubbly energy and telling people to stay positive and focus on the good and do their part when this is going on? That's how I felt. However, I really was doing as much work as I could on my energy to clear everything out of my energy field, to clear and transmute it all to be transmuted into the light, to be completely rematerialized into the light. And as I was doing that, because I have a dominantly high frequency, because I was doing the work to clear it all and, repurpose it, I was still very clear. My channel was still very clear. My intuition was still very clear. My guides and the angels were still very clearly coming through. And the message that very consistently was coming through and was doubled down on online by the people that I follow very closely, also in this field, the people that I trust, their messages were super similar. So I'm like, okay, this is truth. This is accurate. The message is that now is not the time to back down. Now is not the time to hide. That is what the darkness wants. It wants us to dim our light and hide so that it can thrive. Instead, as light workers, as empaths, as people of high frequency, as people who want the world to be a better place, as people with pure hearts, as people who know the truth of God, the people who know the truth of the light, of the divine, of our greater calling, our truth, people who know the truth. It is our responsibility to step up now, to be the light, to continue to share our offerings, to continue sharing our perspectives, to continue holding space, to continue being the light, to continue being unconditional love, to continue to choose the stance, not of a side, but a stance of we are all human beings. We are all children of God. We are all worthy of life, of safety, of freedom. We are all worthy of life just because we are children of God. No one is any less worthy of living than another human being because of where they were born, who their parents were, what color their skin is, what level of education they have. Nothing. It does not matter. It does not matter what thing we're looking at. When you break it all down, when you break down all of the people fighting for this justice and the people fighting for that justice and these cultures and these, just all of it, these types of thought, none of it matters other than the root of we are all worthy of life and liberty as human beings. If we all just realized that, if we all just realized what a miracle life is, and that we all deserve to live and be free. The world would be a better place. And I have full faith that it can be a better place and it will be a better place because I'm not alone in this thought. And it is my responsibility to keep showing up and being the light so that I need to use my platform to shine brighter, to attract more lights. So the light grows brighter. So people can stand in their truth. So people have the ability to stand in their power and to fight for freedom, for their freedom, for others' freedoms, for everyone's freedom. This is a really hard time. And my heart goes out to everyone who is being directly affected what's happening overseas, and all of us collectively as humanity. Give yourself grace. And this is on top of all the other things, right? All the other life things, all the other personal things, all the other health things, all the other responsibilities. Like this is on top of the things that are already hard enough as it is. Keep going. Stay positive. Keep being the light. Stay strong. Keep being loving. Keep holding space. You can do this because we are all in it together. I am sending you all so much love and so much compassion and just so much hope and strength and courage. Like I am truly taking a moment right now to send every single person who is listening to this the biggest energetic hug that I can muster. You are not alone. None of us are. And the faster we band together, the faster that we choose unconditional love and light, the faster that we will change the state of this world. It is coming. I would like for it to come a little sooner. So I'm sending you all so much love. And if you need to talk, my DMs are always open. I hope you have the best day and the best week, and I will see you next time. Thank you guys so much for listening to today's episode. If you want to find out more, you can follow me on Instagram at Empowered with Deanna and my personal page, Fit Deanna Lolita. You can also visit me on my website, which is deannamerlinofit.com. Make sure that whatever platform you guys are listening on, please rate and subscribe. And this means so much to me. It's going to help get me out there to help so many other people. I'm so grateful that you're here with me on this journey of wellness and self-empowerment. I cannot promise that it will always be easy, but I do know that it will always be worth it. Stick with me, and together, let's start living as the version of us that we were meant to be. Because the world is waiting for your gifts, and you deserve to live the life of your wildest dreams and beyond. So friends, let's get empowered.